The church literally told you that you could not touch your own coochie. And it's not even in the book. That's not even in the book. And they told you that you could not even touch your own coochie. And you was scared to touch it, even though it was yours. So much to where even when you had something going on, you was damn near scared to even investigate the problem. Because the church told you you could go to hell for touching your own coochie. And why would they say that if it's not in that book? They put this book together. Quiet as a cat. They put this book together and decided what they was going to put in it and what they was going to take out of it and what they was going to add to it and what they was going to delete. And they've been doing it for centuries. It wasn't even in that book that they put together. Walk with me. It wasn't even in that book that they put together. And they still told us we'll go to hell for touching our own coochie. Why would they say that if it wasn't in that book they put together? Because they know that you touching your own coochie would leave a lot of men without a coochie to touch. Walk with me. This is how patriarchy, this is how misogyny influences religion. Because if I can convince you that pleasuring yourself is wrong, then you gotta go get the pleasure from him. It's not in the book that they put together. We just decided that it was wrong and we convinced you it was wrong. If I'm gonna go to hell anyway, if fornicating is wrong and touching myself is wrong, I might as well sprinkle a little coochie on him. And this is how I say it's about access to women's bodies. People always push back on that. The world revolves around access to women's bodies. Politics, sex trafficking, religion, all revolves around access to women's bodies. Why would God be so concerned that you need to be a virgin? Perverted men are making up these rules. If it was important for you to be a virgin, it would be just as important for him to be a virgin. But no one even talks to the young boys about virginity or purity. They only talk to the girls about it. Why? Because they're making up these rules as they go. They're making up these rules to benefit men to have access to women's bodies. This is why the family unit is so important. This is why one man, one woman was instituted, even though the Bible really supports polygamy. The Bible supports rape. The Bible supports slavery. It does. There's very little monogamy in the Bible, if any. Monogamy is not a theme of the Bible. How did it become the major theme of Christianity? Oh, access to women's bodies. You have to get married to please God. Why? Because if I force you to get married, you got to have sex with me. Because God demands you have sex with me. God is very concerned about sex and women's bodies. That's why he had to come to a virgin. Because he couldn't come through no girl who's already been penetrated. Because God cares about her penetration. The religion is about women's bodies.